All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending our performance tonight in our spaghetti dinner to benefit the Relay for Life. This is our third time doing this, and it's getting a little bit better every time. We appreciate everybody that comes out, and I want everybody to remember that this is an event of benefit for cancer. You know, there's a lot of us that have been touched by cancer, and most of us, all of us, have somebody in our family or a friend that has cancer. So we really thank you for coming in and donating your money. Thank you.
As Gary said, thank you for coming. Welcome to a Patchwork of Pasta and Performances, Edition 3, to benefit the Relay for Life. And we have a lot of great acts lined up for you tonight. And I just wanted to let you know our goal as a Relay for Life team is $800. And as of right now, and partly as a result of all of you good people coming to see our show, we have raised $640. And for that, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And my name is Megan Matthews. I'm the past president, founding president of the chapter of Phi Beta Fraternity for the Creative and Performing Arts, the only allied arts fraternity that embraces all the arts in this country. I'm the past president of the chapter at Cleveland State University, and this kind of the original edition of this benefit was kind of my idea, and I'm really pleased to see how much it's grown and how many of you have come out to see us. And I'm also apparently the first act. So I wrote this poem that I'm about to read for you some years ago when I was doing my undergraduate work at Cleveland State University. I was taking my first and only poetry class, and I decided I'd already become a member of Phi Beta at that point, and I decided to write a poem that was a little bit of a cautionary tale to all artists everywhere. And you'll get to the moral of the story at the end, and I think it's something that works for everybody who has creative ideas and wants to have a creative idea. It's trying really hard to have a creative idea, and it just won't come, because it happens to us all. This is inspiration. You can't just force ideas into your brain, or order all your thoughts to take on form. It comes like lightning, flashing through the rain, then blows away and leaves you all forlorn. In just a blink, your thoughts soak through a page, or months blow past while you're trapped in a drought and looking for a spark to fan and gauge. Feast or famine is what it's all about. But every time an idea takes hold of you, you've got to ride it, let it pour on through. Show off your skills, or else they just might rust, and like an unused tool, end up in dust. This is a cautionary tale, so don't refuse it. When you've got skill, you use it, and you lose it. The next performance we have for you is a piano piece by one of our newer members. He's a piano performance and music composition double major, and he's absolutely brilliant at both, as far as I'm concerned anyway. His name is Eli Manos, and he is going to be performing Prelude No. 5 in G minor by Sergei Rachmaninoff. This is Eli Manos. just in the past couple of weeks. It's an original piece by a member of a group that is not affiliated with Phi Beta directly, but has graciously agreed for the third time to assist us and perform with us on this stage for the benefit of Relay for Life. His name is Chuck Mitch, and he is from the Players Patchwork Theater Company, of which I'm a part also. But theater isn't all he does. He also plays tribal drum and does composing in tribal drum. And so he is going to be performing a duet of his own composition with our pledge sister in Phi Beta, Rachel Feaster. This is East and West Confluence, a two-voice drum song for taiko from Japan and djembe from Africa. Chuck Minch and Rachel Feaster. Was composed by one of our graduating seniors, who is a bassoon performance major. He is Evan Schultz, and this is his composition Animate, which is a piece for bassoon and piano. Evan will be playing bassoon, and Eli Manos, who you've already heard from, will be playing piano. Woo! One of our sisters in Phi Beta is going to be singing the melody in alto and will also be accompanying on acoustic guitar. Yeah, this is the Rose. come to almost the end of the first part of our show. And for the final piece in the first half, I would like to introduce someone who has been an enormous support to the Cleveland State University chapter of Phi Beta since it was founded in spring of 2012. He's basically pretty much a patron of ours. And he is here to represent the Players Patchwork Theater Company, the Confused Greenies. And he's going to tell you a little bit about the piece that's coming up next, which is in the form of theater that the Confused Greenies do. I'd like to introduce Jess Rudolph.
Buongiorno, everyone. We are Players Patchwork Theater Company, also known as the Confused Greenies. We will present for you a short improvisational farce. It is in the style the Confused Greenies first started to do, called Commedia dell'arte. It is from the 16th century Italian Renaissance. It is comedy, but it is not scripted. We do have an outline, but what you will see is basically made up. That's very important to know because several of the players of this show have not really rehearsed it, but that's how we roll. So with much further ado, I would like to present for you our short Brighela's Bride Price. Where is my love, my dearest?
Flavio!
Flaminia!
Flavio!
Flaminia!
Flavio!
Flaminia!
Flavio!
Oh, Flavia! Hey, Flaminia!
Flavio!
Oh, I haven't seen you, but like, it seems like it's been forever, maybe about 15 minutes. Oh, I'm so happy about the wedding that's coming, and it's so wonderful. I mean, we'll get to spend the rest of our time together.
Oh, it looks so good.
We've got so many plans and so many people that I've had to talk to, and I sometimes lose track. Anyone else to talk to? I think I did.
Have we invited the Pope? We're going to be excommunicated.
We're going to need an official. That would be a good thing.
Oh, yes.
Is there anyone else who I need to talk to?
Well, I just want to be Brighella when I was here.
Oh my good friend Brighella. He tells me that all the time. He's definitely like it. So I have to go and talk to him.
I want you to do that. And I shall continue playing your bed. Goodbye, Flavio.
Goodbye, my loves.
Shall we sweet?
Oh, I shall think of you every moment that you're gone.
Bye.
Flavio! Brighella! Yes, your good friend, Brighella! I know, because I tell you so all the time. So, I hear that the big day is about to happen. I know it's coming. I've got the cake. The cake? Good. I've got a big dinner planned. Big dinner? That's good. I've got my clothes
Your clothes?
out. Taylor is working overnight. And I believe I've got everything ready. I've got the church. The church. Reception. Yes, I believe I've got everything. Flavio, you're forgetting something. Oh no! What am I forgetting? My good friend Flavio is forgetting something. Something so important. Please tell me you bought the ticket. The ticket? The ticket! The ticket for your wedding! I didn't buy a ticket. You didn't buy a ticket for your wedding? I just kind of figured, well, it was my wedding and I would be, there. But Flavio! But don't you think your wedding to Flaminia is an important occasion? Well, yes, it's a very important occasion. You don't just let anybody in? Well, yeah, you have to have tickets. We have to control. And other things happening. You didn't buy a ticket. Oh no, your wedding. It's almost time for your wedding. What are you going to do? You're not going to have a ticket, not going to get in.
When can I buy one? Didn't know where I could find one. Didn't know who I could get a ticket from.
Okay, Mario, you didn't hear this from me. I happen to have some spare tickets. I was saving them for my cousin Vinny. We all have
some
some
spare
Vinny.
tickets?
Yeah, I don't like him that much. I like you. So I might be able to...
You're my best friend. You
Oh.
tell me all the time.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be painful. I'm going to have to find some way to make it up to him. But I think I can get you some tickets. Let me see. You want a ticket? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. So the standard rate is 10 ducats.
Okay, $10.
But it's, you're past the deadline. So that's you have to add on some of that. Oh, tax. Don't forget tax. And special event planning. Required donation relay for life. Okay, gotta add that. Let's see. Oh, holiday. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the holiday of Saint Festivus. We'll say that.
Catholic churches are coming.
Okay, let's see. Handling fee, finder's fee, ticketing fee, parking fee. Yeah, but all right. So, and you want a seat down front, right?
Well, this is an important occasion.
All right.
Yeah,
Seat down front. So let me see.
Yes, down front.
Inflation. That will be 37 ducats and 52 scooty
Okay,
per ticket. Yeah.
I need more than...
You were gonna forget to buy one for your bride?
Oh, of course. Of course, I would have to buy one for my bride Felicia.
You heard of me there?
I've been forgetting everything.
I know, and it's a nice thing to do because she bought you a ticket.
Oh, that's so thoughtful of her. I'll have to thank her later. 70.
Oh, actually, wait. I can make you a deal. 37 ducats, 52 scooty per ticket. Let's just say that I'll cut you a deal on 2 tickets. It'll be 80 ducats even.
Well, this is for a very special day, and it sounds like it might be a bargain. You rounded to the nearest.
Yeah, I got it to the nearest, yeah.
Okay, there.
All right, so 1 ticket for you,
Thank you.
and 1 ticket for your beautiful bride. And
Excellent.
Flavio,
Yeah.
just remember, when you get to the wedding, only give the tickets to me, not to nobody else. Don't even mention this, because there's people out there who might want to take it from you. Only bring them to me. I'll make sure you get your seat.
I think somebody would try and steal from...
There are people out there who might steal from you, Flavio. Luckily, you got me looking out for you. And your money.
I don't know what I'd do with that. I gotta go finish.
Okay, you're ready, buddy.
Yes. Thank you.
I love wedding season. They say a fool and his money are soon parted. Parted to the sky.
Hi! I am the master of this wedding. I am in charge of these affairs. You think you can just con someone,
Mr. Baccalone.
and especially the groom, and not give me a cut of the profit?
I can work with this. Mr. Baccalone, I was just coming over to your house. I mean, it's your daughter getting married and all, so I was thinking, we could fit the deal. I mean, we could cut it, 75-25.
No.
No?
80-20.
Try the hard bargain. All right, 80.
I think we can really do this, make this work.
Love weddings.
Actually, before we get to the
in their first Commedia dell'arte performance with the Confused Greenies ever. Let's have a round of applause for them. How's that for improv? And now we've come to the end of our first act, and therefore we've come to our intermission. Feel free to get more food, take a restroom break.
Look at the art.
And there's a lot of really marvelous artwork by our visual artists in Phi Beta right over here. And if anybody is interested in donating a little extra to the Relay for Life, there is a hat right here on the stage. But anything that you've already given us is more than enough, and from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you. And we'll be right back in about 15 minutes for our second half of this performance. Thank you very much. We're going to get ready to get started for the second act of our Patchwork of Pasta Performances.
I know what that means.
So, everybody, please feel free to take your seats and get ready for our second half. And I've been asked to do something that we really should have done at the very beginning of performances. My apologies for any inconvenience it may cause that I didn't do it. Just a little public service announcement. If you have any electronic devices, if you could very kindly turn them off, put them on silent, or put them on vibrate, it would be greatly appreciated. Hi, Gary. He was my pledge brother. I have to give him a little trouble every now and then.
And he makes great pasta.
Yep, he makes awesome cookies, and we love him very much because he is also our liaison to the East Cleveland Theater, which we're soaking in right now, and he's pretty much the reason why we have this space to perform in tonight and the previous 2 times we've done this benefit. So, thanks, Gary. And as of right now, we are at $660, that much closer to our goal of $800 for Relay for Life. We're about 83% and rising, and a lot of it is thanks to you good people. Thank you for coming out. And so let's get started with our second half, which the first act of the second half of our performance is me. And as I've mentioned before, my name is Megan Matthews, and I'm a student at Cleveland State University. I did my undergraduate work there. I graduated in May 2012. And like the crazy person I am, I turned right back around and decided to go to graduate school. So I've been a graduate student since August of 2012 in the Clinical Mental Health Counseling Program, studying drama therapy. And if you want to know what that is after the show, please feel free to ask me more about it. It's like music therapy, art therapy, only with theatrical techniques, because theater's what I do. But graduate school has been a long haul, and somewhere along the way, I decided to take out my frustration on graduate school by writing a song about it, because that's also what I do. And this song was inspired by the song Boulevard of Broken Dreams by Green Day. It's called Avenue of Grad School Dreams. Euclid Avenue, that is. I'll tell you a secret. Grad school backpacks, they get heavier every year. I'm in grad school on loans, applied for assistantships, but I got boned. Well, I guess that's fine. With such tough classes, I won't have the time. My social life is gone. No time, no cash, no fun, 'cause I'm here on loans. I'm here on loans, I'm here on loans. I'm here on loans, I'm here on, and my mentor's supposed to be be someone who'll guide me, but she's not around when I need her, she's too busy. And I hope I survive till they give me my grad degree. Until then, I'm here on loans. I need an internship, a 700-hour fieldwork trip. They say I need a car so I can meet my clients where they are. I thought that was just a metaphor. Tons of interviews, but I don't get good news, so I want to groan. I want to groan, I want to groan. I want to groan and I want supervisors who don't want one more supervisee. I've been searching for field work since 2013. When my friends ask, why would you do this? I've got a dream, but I guess I dream alone. So many empty seats where all my grad school comrades used to be. They said this takes 2 years. I tried to take it slow, so I'm still here. Seriously, guys? Where is everybody? All my friends are gone, so when graduation comes, I guess I'll walk alone. I'll walk alone, I'll walk alone. I'll walk alone and I'll walk up. My mentees are the constant shadow close behind me. In my classes, I have to check, is my pulse still beating? And I hope someday they'll give me my grad degree. And when they do, I'll walk alone. Now that I'm almost done, I guess this grad school stuff was kind of fun. Thought I was alone, then turned around and found that I was wrong. Friends and family, mentors, mentees, my arts fraternity, all standing by my side, surrounding me with pride, 'cause I'm not alone. I'm not alone, I'm not alone. I'm not alone, I'm not 'cause my family was always right there cheering for me. And my friends, when I'd forget to eat, they would feed me. And they'll all be there beside me when I get my grad degree, 'cause I've never walked alone. I'm not alone, I'm not 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 alone. Thank you. And that's the first time I've ever performed that in public, so I greatly appreciate your applause. Our next act is an original piano piece by Eli Manos, from whom we've already heard a couple of times. This time he gets to show off his mad skills not only at playing piano, but also at composing, because he wrote this piece. And I find it really hard to believe that he wrote this piece and he's only a freshman. I can't wait to see what he does by the time he graduates. This is Eli Manos, Lost. He's also going to be Phi Beta CSU's next chapter president. Woo! Brilliant. Next piece is me. And it's a poem that I wrote a few years ago. Again, for my poetry class that I mentioned when I read my first piece, the opening poem. As Gary mentioned at the beginning of our program tonight, this is a benefit for Relay for Life, American Cancer Society, to fight cancer and create a world with no cancer and more birthdays. And all of us, in some way or another, whether it's by having a family member or a friend who's had cancer or a friend who's lost someone who's had cancer, we've all been touched by this disease in some way or another. I lost my father in 2000. He died of lung cancer. He was 58 years old. He was my world. And when I was in my last semester of my undergraduate work, I wrote this poem for him. And I've performed it every time we do this benefit. Now I'm going to do so again. This is dedicated to Jerry Matthews, 1942 to 2000. This is Truths About My Father. My father was born in Hoboken. My father was the son of no father or too many fathers, take your pick. My father had 3 brothers who never came too close while he was sleeping because my father used to wake up by throwing a right hook first thing. My father left school by the time he was 14 and joined a gang by the time he was 13 and picked up his first cigarette by the time he was 12. My father was hardly ever caught and never ever taken down. My father was taken in by the cops for possession of a zip gun, but they had to release him when the zip gun didn't work. My father fought the rival gangs like a whirling dervish with a metal trash can over his head for armor and holes cut in for his baseball bat-wielding arms. He fought against all comers, literally. There were no eye holes, so he couldn't tell if he was hitting his own guys. My father was finally caught a week after his 18th birthday. My father was given a choice in 1960 of jail or the army. He chose the army, and he always swore that saved his life because of Vietnam. My father was in Florida during the Bay of Pigs invasion. My father boxed for the army and lifted weights and had Lou Ferrigno as a lifting partner. That's the Incredible Hulk, in case you didn't know. My father was in the first wave of auto workers at GM Lordstown and decided to start playing the stock market at the age of 25. My father started a gym for competition bodybuilders because he could and because it made people happy. My father worked 70-hour work weeks on purpose so his family could have everything. My father was often tired and drank Coke, no ice, to wake up before going to work. My father was at home a lot when I was a baby for union strikes and sick leave. My father spoke with a Jersey accent when I was little that almost no one understood but me. My father taught me how to throw a perfect right hook. My father showed me some of his battle scars from his gang days, and each one had a story. My father taught me wrestling holds until my mother made him stop, and tried to teach me to somersault and climb trees until my mother made him stop, and shot hoops with me in the driveway with a trash can hoop and a garage door backboard until we broke a window and my mother made him stop. My father was with my mother for exactly 35 years from their first date. My father walked me down the aisle at my wedding. My father danced with me to Wind Beneath My Wings while we sang the words by heart. My father told me, now you've got a new hero. My father smiled from ear to ear at my passionate reply, never. father decided to take early retirement after working for 33 years. My father never got the chance to retire. My father lived to be 58 because he picked up a cigarette at the age of 12. My father was told he had 18 months to live. My father survived exactly 100 days from the day they found the lump in his neck. That was not just lymph cancer, but lung cancer that had already metastasized far too fast. My father spent those last weeks trying desperately to teach my mother everything he ever knew about the stock market, while my mother cried. My mother, who hated math. My father wanted his family to be safe. My father was afraid to die because who was going to take care of us if he was gone? My father was holding my hand when he died. He kept seizing and stabilizing over and over again, all that last weekend. My father managed to stay alive by the sheer force of his will, I swear, until he heard me promise we'd be all right. We'd take care of each other. And then, my father couldn't speak anymore, but I swear my father was mouthing the word love. And I said, I love you too, Papa. And then, my father pushed. And then, my father wasn't in there anymore. Instead, my father was in here. Inside my mind and inside my heart. My father isn't gone, and never will be, as long as I go on telling the stories, as long as there are people who have heard and remember the stories of my father. My father wrote half a song at the age of 16 in the 50s. 30 years later, I finished my father's song at the age of 16. My father sings with me in my mind as I sing our song out loud, and it's like it always was. Because my father still knows every single word by heart. This next piece is not actually included on the program. It's a late addition. It's a piece that's going to be performed by Evan Schultz, and he can probably explain it a lot better than I can, so I'm going to let Evan speak for himself. This is Evan Schultz.
This is a French conservatory piece from the early 1900s called Second Solo by Eugene Bordeaux.
from the confused Greenies of the Players Patchwork Theater Company. So I will let the artistic director and founder of the company come and introduce what we are about to do for you.
Buongiorno!
We've been over this.
But I did it twice. It's rule of 3. I gotta do it 3 times. You don't have another show, do you?
No, just...
Buongiorno, everyone!
I knew he was going to do that.
Thank you for staying around. We, as you said, are Players Patchwork Theater Company. We are the confused Greenies, and we do traditional commedia dell'arte. But traditional commedia dell'arte is not what you saw earlier. That would have been just one scene. Traditional commedia dell'arte, as done in the 16th century, was a full 3-act piece with a cast of 15 to 20, not even counting the dancing peacocks and the trained monkeys. So we will present for you our best and most traditional show that we... What do you mean we've got like 15 minutes left?
Have you seen what time it is?
But why did we start...
There were all these other acts. They wanted to play too, you know.
But we got the... But what about the peacocks?
They quit.
Wait,
Unfair working conditions. you're on strike too.
All right, fine. Let's see. You people don't like exposition anyway. I mean, character development, plot twist. No. We'll get to the setting conclusion. Okay, but we're gonna. Okay, so we don't need the whole troupe for this. We just need. Okay, Selena, Matt Garvey,
No.
Brooke,
Busy.
Aaron. What do you mean? Matt.
Aaron's all the way in Columbus. Selena is in an anime marathon. They're all busy.
But it's our best show. We need somebody to play Pantalone.
I have an idea.
I can do Pantalone. I have a passion for playing old people.
You totally look 83 years old.
Thank you.
Yes, perfect.
All right, but we need a beautiful young woman. I would pick you, but you're playing.
Yeah, I know.
You're playing Horatio in this piece. We just need. Does anyone know a beautiful young woman we could have?
Here's one.
I don't know about you guys, but I think this costume makes me look amazing.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Highly.
everyone, we can do this. Place it, everyone. Just when you go home, tell everybody that you saw this amazing play. Costumes. Okay. Masks.
Lori, wait a minute.
I need a thing.
Just hand it. Yeah.
What's for you?
Will that set your face?
I need my lucky happy day.
Oh, cool.
Right.
Okay. Now, audience, pretend there was a blackout and that we were cutting in the middle of the exciting conclusion.
That's her.
The thrilling denouement.
Everyone, ready? Places, and action!
It's not what you think.
What do you mean? It's not. I think it's that you, Fabrizio, have kidnapped Isabella, the woman that I have been betrothed to.
Fabrizio, you have kidnapped Isabella, my daughter.
And you, Fabrizio, have kidnapped Isabella, the most beautiful woman in Venice, and the only woman in Venice who ever actually loved me back. It's a miracle.
It is.
But you've taken her. Fabrizio.
I swear, it's not what you think. I
Sure, what is it then, Fabrizio?
am Isabella.
What?
What?
You!
What do you mean?
That's such a perfect disguise!
No, I could never have seen through that.
I could never have thought of that with the voice.
Why would you do such a thing?
It's you.
Me?
I never wanted to marry you.
You didn't?
I wanted to marry my true love.
But your father, Pantalone, betrothed you to Capitano. But we made a plan to escape and elope together, while by my darling disguising herself as a man, because no one would ever be able to realize that it was her under that disguise.
Even you apparently.
I know. That's how good a disguise it was. True love. Of course. It all makes sense now.
Wait! There is one thing that does not make sense to Capitano.
What is that?
You called yourself Fabrizio. Did she not call herself Fabrizio? This is a name that is not unknown to Capitano. For you see, I have not always been known by the name Capitano Moco Blanco Frappuccino El Grande Testosterone.
Never
No,
heard of him.
I have not always had that such manly name, but I was commanded, don't worry. When I was a wee babe, when I was just a young babe, I was taken from my family, taken from everything I knew, taken from my home. I was taken by pirates! Pirates? Pirates most foul. They kidnapped me, stole me from everything that I knew. The only connection I had to my long-lost home was that when I was taken. As a babe, I was wrapped in a blanket, and on that blanket was stitched a name. Do you know what that name was? That name was Fabrizio.
Fabrizio?
What a coincidence!
How very strange.
Wait a minute.
What is it, Pantalone?
I just remembered. I had a baby boy who I loved most dear. But he was taken at his young age by pirates.
Pirates!
Yes, pirates most foul. But he also, when they didn't take him, they didn't just take him, they took the blanket. And on the blanket, it said, Fabrizio.
Fabrizio?
And my son's name.
Does that mean?
Son!
Papa! Oh, my papa, my papa, my papa! I've wanted to meet you all my life, my papa! And that's please, my sister! My sister!
Your sister! That means you can't marry her! That means you can marry me! And, oh, of course, it all makes sense now! But wait, there's something about this that just doesn't make any sense.
What is that?
There's something that I've never told you, my beloved. In fact, something that I've never told anyone. My deepest, darkest secret. For when I was only a wee child in the cradle, I too was ripped from the bosom of my family, from everything that I had ever known and loved, by pirates!
Pirates!
Pirates most foul.
I know how that feels.
And the only thing that I had with me to remind me of my former life and everything that I had held most dear was a shawl that I had been wrapped in when I was taken. And on that shawl was stitched in the finest embroidery a name. And that name was my name, Fabrizio.
Fabrizio?
I know! What can it possibly mean? It's such a coincidence.
Wait a minute. I just remembered. I had 2 sons.
I have a brother?
I had a son who I loved most dear, but he was taken away by pirates.
Oh, no!
Yes, pirates most foul. But with this son, they didn't just take him. They took a shawl, and on the shawl it said, Fabrizio.
Fabrizio?
And that was,
You
that
named
means,
both your sons Fabrizio?
yeah, it was cheaper in the embroidery this way.
Save me, you know?
Yeah, but I just realized something.
That means
I lost a shawl. Oh wait, it also means
I think I have
Son!
something that belongs to you, Father.
oh,
I'll give you back your shawl after the show.
yes, yes.
Brother!
Brother!
My brother!
My brother!
Look at the beautiful women in the audience. They'll make you feel better.
Wait! There's one other thing.
One other thing!
Yes.
Really?
Since we're spilling out secrets, I might as well spill out another.
Oh no.
You see, I was in stricken grief after I lost my 2 sons. But then the next day, a basket was at my front door, and in it was a young girl wrapped in a pirate flag. And so I took her in and adopted her, and I named her Isabella.
Fabrizio? I mean, Isabella? What?
Yes,
Wait. I'm adopted.
yes, you are my adopted daughter.
Wait a minute. If you're adopted and I'm, not, that means we're not actually brother and sister. We can get married. We can. Oh.
Wait. But that means that we're not brother. Oh, no. I can't do this to my baby brother. Look at that face. He needs all the help he can get. Go.
Of course. It all makes sense now. Come on, let's get married quick before something else highly coincidental happens.
Let's give it to the sunset.
Well, so that's all wrapped up, but I still have a question, Papa Pantalone. So, if your long-lost pirate son, Fabrizio Orazio, is now marrying your adopted pirate daughter, Fabrizio Isabella, does this mean that you will be paying both the bride price and the dowry to yourself?
It couldn't have worked out any better than if I had planned it.
Oh.
It all makes sense now.
Capitano is left. Capitano is left without the bride, but, you know, Capitano sees plenty of lovely ladies out there. Well, this is a fundraiser, so if anyone feels generous, look me up after the show. Thank you, everyone.
Greenies of Players Patchwork, and we are also the Phi Beta Fraternity, Beta Iota chapter, Cleveland State University, and this has been a Patchwork of Pasta and Performances, Edition 3. We have $660 to go towards Relay for Hope to help create a world with less cancer and more birthdays. Thank you very much for coming. We hope you enjoyed our show, and we hope that you'll be back with us next year. Thank you. Thank you very much. Provided their artwork for display. Some of them, well, one of them is not, unfortunately not here tonight because she was volunteering for the Cleveland International Film Festival. Nicole Drake, Caitlin Moore, and Frida Etchell. Thank you very much. I hope you check out their artwork. They do fantastic stuff. And next year, we're hoping to add a silent auction of works by Phi Beta visual artists to our proceedings to help Relay for Life out. Thanks again for coming.
Thank you, everybody. Give yourselves a round of applause. Have a safe trip home, and thank you very much. And East Cleveland Theater, thanks you for attending. And welcome to our humble home.
Come to the East Cleveland Theater Productions.
Oh,
You've got something
The
on
next show coming up is
That's in her shoes,
In
right?
Her Shoes.
Yes. In her shoes.
No,
They're
upstairs
supposed-
stage.
Yep.
Yep, on the main
They're
stage
doing the main
upstairs.
stage upstairs.
This is the secondary stage. They got another one upstairs.
The
Actually,
website for the
this
East
is-
Cleveland Theater is on the back of your program. If you want to find out more about it, there are also websites for donating to Relay for Life, finding out more about Phi Beta Fraternity, and finding out more about the Players Patchwork Theater Company, the Confused Greenies. You can also ask any of us. Everybody who was part of the show, everybody who's part of Phi Beta, whether you were in the show or not, come up for a group picture. Well, yeah.
Your sword is out of the frame, but